Welcome back to Who Died Today USA channel. In the past few days, we have received somber news about the passing of extraordinary talents. Today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Additionally, we will recap the stars we have recently lost. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
He sure shut me up in a hurry. Pat is an attorney, and you can tell it, can't you? Marilyn is a home.
Wink Martindale, a beloved icon of American television, brought charm, warmth, and unmistakable style to the game show world for over 6 decades. Born Winston Conrad Martindale on December 4, 1933 in Jackson, Tennessee, Wink's love for broadcasting began early. By age 17, he was already working as a radio DJ, and by the mid-1950s, he had become a rising voice in Memphis, even playing a key role in the early days of rock and roll by introducing a young Elvis Presley to his first on-air interview. That friendship would become a cherished chapter in Wink's remarkable journey. Though he found early success in music with his 1959 spoken-word hit, Deck of Cards, Wink's true calling emerged on television. He went on to host more than 20 game shows, including beloved favorites like Gambit, Tic-Tac-Doe, and Debt. His quick wit, genuine enthusiasm, and ability to make contestants feel at ease made him a household name and a pioneer of televised entertainment. Wink faced challenges with grace, including short-lived shows and shifts in the ever-changing media landscape. Yet he remained a constant presence, adapting across generations with his signature optimism. In his later years, he returned to his radio roots, hosting specials like the 100 Greatest Christmas Hits of All Time. Wink Martindale passed peacefully at age 91 on April 15, 2025, in Rancho Mirage, California, following a year-long battle with lymphoma. He was surrounded by his loving wife of 49 years, Sandra, and his family. More than a host, Wink was a storyteller, a trailblazer, and a friend to millions who invited him into their homes. His voice, his kindness, and his legacy will forever echo in the history of American entertainment. Jeffrey Runnings was a visionary force in American indie music whose ethereal soundscapes and heartfelt songwriting helped shape the dream pop and post-punk movements of the 1980s and beyond. Born on April 22, 1963 in Omaha, Nebraska, Runnings grew up surrounded by music. He collected records, took piano lessons, and eventually taught himself to play guitar upside down as a left-hander using right-handed instruments. In 1984, he co-founded For Against, a band that would come to define a distinctively atmospheric, introspective sound rooted in British post-punk influences and Midwestern sincerity. As lead vocalist, bassist, and primary songwriter, Runnings guided For Against through more than 2 decades of music, with acclaimed albums such as Echelons, 1987, December, 1988, and Aperture, 1993. His haunting voice and melodic precision helped the band build a dedicated global following. Later, he pursued solo work with his 2016 album Primitives and Smalls and completed his final solo project, Peaked, in 2024, a work that includes rare recordings from the 1980s and showcases the enduring spirit of his creativity. Runnings faced his final chapter with quiet courage. On March 3, 2025, he passed away at age 61 following a battle with stage 4 cancer, as confirmed by Independent Project Records. Though soft-spoken in life, his music spoke volumes about longing, beauty, and the subtle complexities of the human experience. He is survived by his husband, Sean, and a close-knit family who cherished his gentle heart. Beyond his recordings, Runnings leaves behind a legacy of artistic integrity and emotional honesty. For those who listened, his voice will never fade, it will continue to echo, dreamlike, across time.
No true love waits throughout.
Mike Berry, a beloved British singer and actor, spent over 6 decades lighting up stages and screens with charm, talent, and timeless appeal. He passed away peacefully at the age of 82, with family by his side, after a period of declining health, just weeks after delivering a sold-out final performance in London, a testament to his enduring artistry. Born in Northampton in 1942 to parents who had moved from Rhodesia, Berry's musical journey began in his teens with a passion for skiffle and rock and roll. He formed a group called The Rebels, later known as Mike Berry and the Outlaws. His haunting 1961 single tribute to Buddy Holly introduced him to the world, followed by a string of hits in the 1960s and 1980s, including Don't You Think It's Time and The Sunshine of Your Smile. Though his music found early success, Berry's creative path soon extended into acting. In the late 1970s, he made a successful transition to television, first appearing in Worzel Gummidge and later winning hearts as Mr. Bert Spooner in the classic British sitcom Are You Being Served? His easygoing warmth and subtle comedic timing made him a favorite among audiences both in the UK and abroad. Beyond the spotlight, Mike was known for his humility and deep love for family, including his brother Bet Bourne, a fellow performer and activist. Berry's final show in February 2025 was a reflection of a life lived doing what he loved most, connecting with others through music and performance. Mike Berry's legacy endures not just in his recordings and television work, but in the countless lives he touched with his voice, humor, and heart.
Funny, but it's sad.
It's sad and funny.
Yes.
And Christian loves to talk about actually one of his bad reviews he got.
William Finn, the celebrated American composer and lyricist, was a singular voice in musical theater, bold, heartfelt, and deeply human. Born on February 28, 1952, in Boston, and raised in suburban Natick, Massachusetts, Finn's passion for storytelling took root early. He wrote his first musical as a Hebrew school project and never looked back. A graduate of Williams College, where he studied English and American civilization, Finn would go on to shape modern Broadway with his distinctive blend of wit, vulnerability, and emotional truth. In 1992, Finn received 2 Tony Awards for Falsettos, a groundbreaking musical that offered a compassionate portrayal of love, identity, and family during the early years of the AIDS crisis. His introspective style continued with A New Brain, based on his own health challenges, and Elegies, a moving tribute to personal loss and resilience. In 2005, he found mainstream success with the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, a charming, sharply observed show that captivated audiences young and old, earning widespread acclaim and becoming a staple in theaters across the country. Finn's contributions extended beyond Broadway. He mentored young writers through his musical theater lab at Barrington Stage Company and taught at NYU for 2 decades, nurturing the next generation of voices in American theater. William Finn passed away on April 7, 2025, at the age of 73, due to complications from pulmonary fibrosis after years of facing neurological health issues. He is survived by his longtime partner, Arthur Salvadore, and a loving extended family. More than a composer, Finn was a storyteller of the soul. His music lives on in every note sung on stage and in every heart moved by his songs. His legacy is one of courage, creativity, and compassion, forever etched in the American musical canon. Jack Jones, the velvety-voiced crooner who serenaded generations with timeless charm and elegance, passed away on October 23, 2024, at the age of 86, after a 2-year journey with leukemia. A fixture of American music and television, Jones brought warmth, romance, and effortless class to every stage he graced. Born into Hollywood royalty on January 14, 1938, in Los Angeles, Jack was the son of tenor Alan Jones and actress Irene Hervey. He inherited not just their talent, but their deep love for performance. By his early 20s, he was captivating audiences with hits like Lollipops and Roses and Wives and Lovers, earning 2 Grammy Awards and carving a place for himself among the great American vocalists. His rich baritone and sophisticated phrasing made him a favorite during the golden age of Las Vegas, and his rendition of the Love Boat theme song became an iconic part of television history. For 8 seasons, his voice welcomed viewers aboard with promises of romance and adventure, cementing his place in pop culture. Even in later years, he embraced the nostalgia with humor and gratitude, performing the song live and even parodying it on screen. Jack released over 50 albums and enjoyed a remarkable 7-decade career. He was nominated for 5 Grammys, including a late career nod in 1999 for his tribute to Tony Bennett. Behind the spotlight, he was a devoted family man and lifelong entertainer who believed in the power of a song to move hearts. Jack Jones leaves behind not just a catalog of classic recordings, but a legacy of grace, talent, and timeless joy. His music, like his spirit, will continue to sail on.
A lot about you in this article. This is a great article.
Sorry.
No, there's some great. One thing I learned is that this photo shoot, you wore your.
Breaking news. Few names in Hollywood have stood the test of time quite like Harrison Ford. At 82 years old, Ford continues to captivate audiences and prove that his resilience, strength, and undeniable talent are as powerful as ever. From his iconic roles in Star Wars and Indiana Jones to his more recent work in television and film, Ford's career has been nothing short of legendary. But there is much more to this remarkable actor than meets the eye. Today, we explore Ford's life, career, and his journey through health struggles, revealing the qualities that make him not only a star, but also a symbol of perseverance and grace. We want to hear from you. What's your favorite Harrison Ford role, and what about his career has inspired you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Born on July 13, 1942, in Chicago, Illinois, Ford's path to fame was far from smooth. Before becoming one of Hollywood's most recognized names, he worked as a carpenter to support his family. It wasn't until the late 1970s that Ford's career took off in a way he never expected. He became a global sensation when he played Han Solo in George Lucas's Star Wars, 1977. Ford's portrayal of the charming rogue won the hearts of millions and established him as an unforgettable figure in cinema. However, it was his role as Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981, that solidified his place in Hollywood history. The character of Indiana Jones, a tough yet intellectually curious adventurer, became one of the most beloved figures in cinematic history. Ford's ability to balance action and intelligence made Jones a role model for generations of fans. But Ford's career has always been more than just action films. Over the years, Ford has ventured into dramatic roles, earning acclaim for performances in films like Witness, which earned him an Academy Award nomination, and The Fugitive, a box office hit that proved Ford's range as an actor. Whether playing a detective in Blade Runner or the President of the United States in Air Force One, Ford brought emotional depth and complexity to every character. But while Ford's on-screen persona exudes strength, resilience, and action, his personal life has been no less extraordinary. Like many actors, Ford has faced challenges that forced him to dig deep and persevere. Injuries on set, including broken bones and other serious accidents, could have ended the careers of lesser stars. But Ford simply dusted himself off, continued the work, and carried on, always maintaining his trademark humility. It is this quiet strength that makes Ford not only a hero on screen, but also in real life. In recent years, Ford has been more open about the challenges he faces as he ages. His health has been a topic of public interest, especially after he was diagnosed with shingles. The condition led Ford to step down from presenting at the 2025 Academy Awards, disappointing many fans, but highlighting his commitment to prioritizing his well-being. Despite this setback, Ford's dedication to his craft remains unwavering. Just weeks before his health scare, Ford made a public appearance at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, proving that his passion for acting and his connection with the industry is as strong as ever. Ford's resilience is matched only by his ability to continue adapting and taking on new challenges. His role in the Apple TV Plus series Shrinking has garnered widespread praise. In this role, Ford portrays a character dealing with Parkinson's disease. Ford's portrayal is deeply respectful, nuanced, and grounded, reflecting his commitment to bringing authenticity to every role he plays. Additionally, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he stepped into the role of President Thaddeus Ross in Captain America: Brave New World, showing that even at 82, Ford continues to explore new and exciting opportunities. As we reflect on Ford's career, it's clear that his impact on Hollywood extends far beyond the characters he portrays. His work ethic, humility, and commitment to authenticity have made him an enduring figure. Ford has never been one for scandals or drama, choosing instead to focus on his craft and let his work speak for itself. His dedication to his family, especially his wife, actress Callista Flockhart, and their children, has kept him grounded throughout his career. Ford has always valued his privacy and often speaks about the importance of balancing work with time spent with loved ones. Now, as Ford contemplates stepping away from acting, he does so on his own terms. He has made it clear that his decision to retire isn't because he has to, but because he feels it's time. He is grateful for the incredible journey his career has been, but he knows when to take a step back. As he moves into this new chapter of his life, Ford's words reveal a man who understands the importance of legacy, family, and personal peace. What is it about Harrison Ford that continues to resonate with fans? Is it his daring adventures as Indiana Jones, his heroic role as Han Solo, or perhaps his more recent portrayal of a character living with Parkinson's disease? Or maybe it is the man behind the characters, his humility, his resilience, and his commitment to living authentically. Harrison Ford's journey teaches us that no matter how challenging life may get, there is always a way forward if you remain true to who you are and keep moving forward. As we continue to honor Harrison Ford and his remarkable legacy, we invite you to share your thoughts with us. What has his work meant to you over the years? Which of his roles has left the most lasting impact? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this tribute inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories about the incredible lives of Hollywood's brightest stars. Thank you, Harrison Ford, for a career filled with unforgettable moments and for being a true inspiration to generations of fans around the world. Your legacy will continue to inspire us all for many years to come.
Shop when I'd buy ice cream. But one day I'd gotten there and one of the girls who helped her just bust out laughing.
George Foreman, the legendary American heavyweight boxer, minister, and entrepreneur, passed away peacefully on March 21, 2025, at the age of 76, surrounded by family. His journey from the streets of Houston's Fifth Ward to global stardom is a testament to resilience, redemption, and unwavering faith. Born on January 10, 1949, Foreman overcame a turbulent youth, finding direction through the Job Corps program, where he discovered boxing. At just 19, he captured a gold medal at the 1968 Olympics, proudly waving the American flag in a moment that defined his patriotism and spirit. In 1973, he became heavyweight champion of the world by defeating Joe Frazier in a stunning knockout victory. Though he later lost the title to Muhammad Ali in the iconic Rumble in the Jungle, Foreman's legacy was far from over. After retiring in 1977 and undergoing a life-changing spiritual awakening, Foreman returned to the ring a decade later. At 45, he shocked the world by reclaiming the heavyweight title in 1994, becoming the oldest man to ever do so. Outside the ring, he became a beloved public figure through the George Foreman Grill, which sold over 100 million units, and as a preacher, father of 12, and mentor to many. In his final years, Foreman continued to inspire, appearing on television, supporting youth programs, and sharing his journey through the 2023 biopic Big George Foreman. According to his family, he faced his final days with grace and strength. George Foreman's story is one of triumph over adversity, fueled by faith, determination, and love. His powerful legacy lives on, not only in boxing history, but in the lives he uplifted with his warmth, wisdom, and unwavering belief in second chances.
Don't worry about the world going by. It doesn't mean that you can sit around and not do anything.
David Lynch, the visionary American filmmaker and artist, passed away on January 15, 2025, at the age of 78 after complications related to emphysema. A lifelong creative force, Lynch redefined the boundaries of cinema and television with his surreal, dreamlike storytelling and unmistakable artistic voice. Born in Missoula, Montana in 1946, Lynch began his journey as a painter before discovering his passion for film. His 1977 debut Eraserhead became a midnight cult sensation, launching a career that would include landmark works such as The Elephant Man, Blue Velvet, Wild at Heart, and Mulholland Drive. In 1990, he forever changed the landscape of television with Twin Peaks, a genre-defying series that remains one of the most influential shows in TV history. Lynch was a 4-time Academy Award nominee and received an honorary Oscar in 2020. He also won the Palme d'Or at Cannes for Wild at Heart and was honored with Lifetime Achievement Awards from major film festivals around the world. Beyond filmmaking, Lynch was a prolific painter, musician, and advocate for transcendental meditation, founding the David Lynch Foundation in 2005 to promote inner peace and creativity through meditation. In his later years, Lynch faced health challenges related to a lifelong smoking habit, eventually revealing that emphysema had severely impacted his breathing and mobility. Yet even as his body slowed, his mind remained restless, continuing to create, compose, and connect with fans through his daily weather reports and artistic projects. David Lynch leaves behind a legacy of fearless experimentation and profound emotional depth. His films and series are not simply stories, they are experiences, riddles, and meditations that have inspired generations. His voice, both mysterious and unmistakable, will echo for decades to come. Peter Yarrow, beloved American folk singer and lifelong social activist, was born on May 31, 1938, in New York City. Best known as one-third of the legendary trio Peter, Paul, and Mary, Yarrow helped define a generation through music that inspired reflection, unity, and hope. Alongside Noel Paul Stookey and Mary Travers, Yarrow rose to fame in the early 1960s with timeless songs like If I Had a Hammer, Blowin' in the Wind, and the gentle, enduring classic Puff, The Magic Dragon, which he co-wrote. With his group, Yarrow became a voice of conscience during the Civil Rights Movement and the Vietnam War era. Their rendition of Blowin' in the Wind, performed at the 1963 March on Washington beside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., remains one of the most powerful musical moments in American history. Throughout his career, Yarrow remained deeply committed to causes of peace, justice, and compassion. He later co-founded Operation Respect, a non-profit dedicated to creating respectful learning environments for children worldwide. Yarrow continued to tour and perform well into his 80s, always believing in the power of song to heal and unite. Even as he battled cancer in recent years, he remained active, performing with Stookie and inspiring audiences with his unwavering belief in kindness and community. Peter Yarrow passed away on January 7, 2025, at the age of 86, surrounded by loved ones at his New York City home. His daughter Bethany confirmed the news to Variety, honoring her father as a fearless dragon whose life was dedicated to creating a more compassionate world. His music, his voice, and his vision endure, a legacy of harmony, activism, and belief in the magic of singing together.
This ceremony, or indeed any film award ceremony in America. So it's very exciting for me.
Dame Joan Plowright was a towering presence in British theatre and cinema, whose career spanned more than 7 decades and left an indelible mark on both stage and screen. Born on October 28, 1929 in Lincolnshire, England, she rose to prominence through her powerful performances in London's West End and on Broadway, earning a Tony Award in 1961 for A Taste of Honey. Her commanding presence and emotional depth became hallmarks of her work, which included standout roles in The Entertainer, Enchanted April, Stalin, and Tea with Mussolini. Her marriage to the legendary Laurence Olivier in 1961 formed one of the most celebrated unions in theatrical history. Together, they shaped the National Theatre and helped define a generation of classical performance. Plowright's own career, however, stood firmly on its own. She was one of the rare actresses to win 2 Golden Globes in a single night and earned an Academy Award nomination for her role in Enchanted April. In later years, she embraced film roles that reached new generations, such as Dennis the Menace, 101 Dalmatians, and the Spiderwick Chronicles. Even as she faced the challenges of macular degeneration, which led to her retirement in 2014, Plowright's spirit remained undiminished. She spent her final years surrounded by family and friends, enjoying laughter, memories, and quiet moments in Sussex. Dame Joan Plowright passed away peacefully on January 16, 2025, at the age of 95. Her legacy lives on through a body of work that spans eras and genres, and through the generations of actors she inspired with her grace, resilience, and unwavering dedication to the craft.
I knew one of the kids from just his parents were friends with my parents.
Andy Paley, a gifted musician, composer, and producer, brought joy to generations through his boundless creativity and deep love for music. Born in 1952 in upstate New York, Paley's musical journey began early. By age 7, he had already written his first song. His passion for pop and rock led him to form the Paley Brothers with his brother Jonathan in the 1970s, a duo that opened for everyone from Patti Smith to Sean Cassidy. Over the decades, Paley carved out a unique space in the music world, collaborating with legends like Brian Wilson, Madonna, Elton John, and Deborah Harry. His partnership with Wilson on the acclaimed 1988 solo album remains a highlight of his career, with Wilson once calling him the most frighteningly talented person I've met. Paley also made his mark in film and television, composing music for shows such as Ren and Stimpy, Camp Lazlo, and most memorably, SpongeBob SquarePants. He co-wrote fan favorites like The Best Day Ever, blending pop sensibilities with childlike wonder. In his later years, he continued to perform and create alongside friend Tom Kenny in their live band, Tom Kenny and the High Seas, delighting audiences with vibrant performances and nostalgic charm. Even off stage, Paley was deeply respected for his vast knowledge of music history, literature, and art. After a brief illness, Andy Paley passed peacefully on November 20th, 2024, at the age of 72. He is survived by his wife Heather, their twin sons, and his siblings. His melodies, filled with warmth and wit, continue to echo in homes, theaters, and hearts, reminding us of the timeless power of music and imagination. Diane Delano, a gifted and fiercely memorable character actress, was born on January 29, 1957, in Los Angeles, California. With a career spanning over 4 decades, she built a legacy defined by bold presence, sharp humor, and unwavering commitment to her craft. Delano was best known to television audiences for her role as Officer Barbara Szymanski in Northern Exposure, where her nuanced portrayal added heart and levity to the beloved CBS series. She later delighted a new generation as the stern yet oddly endearing science teacher Bobby Glass in the cult hit Popular. Throughout her career, Diane became a familiar face across television and film. From her dramatic work in Days of Our Lives and L.A. Law to her comedic turns in A Mighty Wind and The Lady Killers, she embodied every role with authenticity and grit. In animation, her voice brought characters like Big Barda in Batman, the brave and the bold and Panther in Teen Titans vividly to life, leaving a mark on younger audiences as well. In her final months, Diane faced a private battle with cancer, surrounded by loved ones in her Sherman Oaks home. She passed peacefully on December 13, 2024, at the age of 67. Her close friend, Stepfanie Kramer, remembered her as big and bold, a woman who brought laughter, courage, and conviction into every room she entered. Diane Delano leaves behind a body of work that resonates with warmth, wit, and resilience. Her performances, always fearless, often funny, and deeply human, remain treasured by fans and colleagues alike. She was one of a kind, and her presence will be dearly missed.
For your teeth and eating candy, you wait and see. Nellie and Willie are going to have bad ones in a few years. You fetch some water for the dishes.
Yes, Pa.
Jack Lilly was a cherished figure in Hollywood's golden age of westerns, a gifted stuntman, actor, and horseman whose career spanned more than 5 decades. Born in Hughes Springs, Texas in 1933 and raised in California's San Fernando Valley, Lilly got his start wrangling horses for movie sets as a young boy. By age 14, he was already appearing as a horseback extra in Western films, launching a life devoted to the screen. Best known for his work on Little House on the Prairie, Lilly appeared in every episode over its 9-season run, serving not only as an actor but also as the show's stunt coordinator. His collaborations with Michael Landon continued with Father Murphy, and his Hollywood resume includes roles in classics like Blazing Saddles, Rawhide, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, Young Guns, Planet of the Apes, and The Legend of Zorro. Known for his mustache, warmth, and cowboy spirit, Lilly brought authenticity to countless westerns. He taught Melissa Gilbert how to ride and helped Billy Crystal saddle up for city slickers. His family-run business, Movin' On Livestock, continues his legacy of training animals for film and television. Lilly passed away peacefully on March 19, 2025, at the age of 91, following a long journey with Alzheimer's disease. He was surrounded by loved ones at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills. His granddaughter Savannah and son Clay remembered him as a devoted family man and a true cowboy at heart. Jack Lilly's legacy lives on in the many films he shaped, the actors he mentored, and the generations he inspired with his rugged spirit and unwavering dedication to the craft.
There's an elephant in the room. I love elephants. Anybody dares point a finger at you, I'll punch him in. Out.
Esther Terblanche was a graceful and captivating actress born in Rustenburg, South Africa. Best known to American audiences for her memorable portrayal of Princess Gillian Andrassy on All My Children from 1997 to 2001, she brought elegance, vulnerability, and charm to daytime television. As the headstrong royal who found love in Pine Valley, Esther's performance resonated deeply with fans, earning her a lasting place in the soap opera's legacy. Before making her mark in the U.S., Esther was already a celebrated talent in South Africa, starring in the long-running series Egoli, Place of Gold. Her move to America was a courageous leap of faith. In a 2021 interview, she recalled the fear and uncertainty of leaving home for Hollywood, but her belief in a greater purpose carried her forward. "I had a deeper calling," she said. "I had to come." Following her time on All My Children, Esther returned to her homeland where she continued to pursue creative projects. She opened a spa, hosted television programs, and collaborated on documentaries with filmmaker Michael Kastenbaum, a testament to her versatile spirit and enduring love for storytelling. On July 19, 2024, Esther passed away at the age of 51 from an intracranial hemorrhage caused by a traumatic fall, which was ruled accidental by the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner. Her publicist described her as a beautiful soul in and out, and those who knew her remember her as warm, luminous, and full of heart. Esther Terblanche leaves behind a legacy of courage, grace, and artistry that touched audiences across continents. Her light continues to shine through the stories she told and the lives she inspired.
Thing to do, and I'm very, very lucky to do this every day. Should pinch myself and say thank you.
Breaking news. Harvey Weinstein. From Hollywood powerhouse to legal struggles and health challenges, how do you remember him? Let's talk about one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood, a man whose name became synonymous with both creative brilliance and scandal. Of course, we're talking about Harvey Weinstein. But before we dive into his complex and turbulent journey, we want to hear from you. How do you view Harvey Weinstein's legacy in Hollywood? Do you think his contributions outweigh his controversies? Let us know in the comments. Your thoughts are important. Harvey Weinstein was once an icon in the entertainment industry. Born on March 19, 1952 in Flushing, New York, Weinstein rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential and powerful figures in Hollywood. He co-founded Miramax Films, a company that revolutionized independent cinema in the 1990s, producing films that won numerous Academy Awards and critical acclaim. Films like Pulp Fiction, Good Will Hunting, Shakespeare in Love, and The English Patient reshaped the landscape of Hollywood and earned Weinstein a reputation as a kingmaker in the film industry. He had the Midas touch. If Weinstein was behind a movie, it was bound to gain attention, accolades, and financial success. But behind the glittering facade of Hollywood power and prestige, Weinstein's world began to unravel in October 2017. The New York Times and The New Yorker published explosive investigations that exposed Weinstein's history of sexual harassment, assault, and misconduct spanning decades. The accusations came from multiple women, including well-known actresses, and ignited the Me Too movement, a social reckoning that challenged not just Weinstein, but the entire entertainment industry to confront the abuse of power. The scandal shattered Weinstein's public image, and he was soon ostracized from Hollywood. His empire crumbled, and soon after, he was arrested, tried, and convicted for crimes that would change the course of his life forever. But his story doesn't end there. As Weinstein's legal battles continued, another challenge emerged: his health. While in prison, Weinstein faced multiple health setbacks, some of which have made headlines. In early 2020, he was hospitalized for high blood pressure and chest pains, which led to an emergency heart surgery. But that was just the beginning. Over the next few years, Weinstein's health began to deteriorate further. he struggled with vision problems, including temporary blindness, which were attributed to complications from his diabetes. In addition to this, Weinstein was diagnosed with leukemia, a condition that has raised concerns about his ability to withstand the harsh conditions of prison life. Despite these health challenges, Weinstein's name continues to spark heated debates. His trial and subsequent conviction brought a sense of justice for many, but it also left a lasting impact on the industry. Weinstein's story is a tragic reminder of the dark side of power and the potential for abuse in positions of influence. It has prompted a larger conversation about consent, ethics, and the role of power dynamics in Hollywood. In addition to his legal and health struggles, there have been moments of public concern regarding Weinstein's well-being. In 2021, he was briefly hospitalized after testing positive for COVID-19. Then, in 2023, there were reports of his declining health, including a serious accident that led to further hospitalization. These developments have only added to the public's curiosity about his future, both in terms of his health and his place in the history of entertainment. Yet, beyond the headlines, it's important to acknowledge the man behind the scandals, the man who once shaped the careers of countless filmmakers and actors. Weinstein's legacy is one of contradictions. He was a visionary who played a key role in bringing important films to the forefront, but he was also a predator who used his power to exploit vulnerable individuals. And as we look back at his life and career, we can't help but feel conflicted. Harvey Weinstein was once the epitome of success in Hollywood, but his downfall has overshadowed much of the good he may have accomplished. His story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of accountability. It also serves as a reminder that no matter how high someone climbs, their actions, both good and bad, will eventually come to light. As we continue to reflect on Weinstein's life, we invite you to think about how you remember him. Is it through the films he produced, the groundbreaking work he did for independent cinema, or the damage caused by his abuses of power? Do you see him as a once great figure brought down by his own actions? Or is he simply a symbol of an industry that needs to change? The Weinstein saga is far from over, and it raises more questions than answers. It's a story of triumph, betrayal, downfall, and ultimately, accountability. While his health continues to decline, Weinstein's influence on Hollywood remains significant, both for the good and the bad. So, how do you feel about Harvey Weinstein's legacy? Has his past contributions to film shaped your opinion of him, or do the allegations overshadow everything? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this reflection on Harvey Weinstein's life and career insightful, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. Let's continue to have these important conversations and learn from the past. Thank you for joining us as we examine the complicated and ever-evolving legacy of Harvey Weinstein.